Hello and welcome to your weekend Pilates class. I'm so excited to be doing this again. Now that our course is over, I have more time and space available to make classes for you, which is something that I love doing. So today we have a length and strength, long and strong, however you want to call it, Pilates class for you today. Very well-rounded practice. The whole body is going to benefit, right, Freya? You should see, right before I started, she was like standing to the side, like crouching, like peeking, like, it was so cute. You love it, aren't you, little peeky girl? So without further ado, let's hit our mats. If you have any light hand weights, go ahead and grab those, or else something that you could use as a really light hand weight. I'm going to be using my 3-pound weights. So just as an idea, they don't need to be very heavy. Even like a 1 liter water bottle full of water, that'll be less than 3 pounds, but I think it's in like I don't remember the weight conversion. Anyways, my husband knows. I can ask him the math. Anyways, if you have any hand weights, grab them. You don't have to use them. If you do grab them and decide that it's not right for you, you can always put them off to the side. No big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab my weights and I'll meet you on the mat. Ooh, tripping over kid toys. All right, so we're just gonna put our weights off to the side. If you are using weights or whenever you use weights, always bend the knees, place them down. Same as when you're picking them up, bend your knees, pick them up, then stand up, okay? This is really uber safe for our back because we don't want to be hurting ourselves, right? Okay, so Freya, do you mind? All right, so let's come down come up onto our mat, and we're just gonna start off with some spinal articulation with our Pilates breath. Just a quick recap on the Pilates breath. We want to hold our belly button in towards our spine so we have that core engagement. If you can lift the pelvic floor as well, so that it's like as if everything is meeting to the point in between your spine and your belly button. That's what you're aiming for, is everything to meet this way and this way, right in between the spine and the belly button. So if you can engage and then bring your hands to the sides of your ribs, this is where you want to be inhaling to, okay? So if you can hold your abdominal engagement and breathe into your ribs, you are getting an A+. If you're still practicing, you're getting an A. Not even an A-. You're getting an A because you're practicing. Okay, so with our spinal articulation, we are going to start, and of course, taking a nice big inhale into the ribs, exhale. We're going to tuck the chin, slowly start rolling with the shoulders into the rest of the spine. So we really want to take our time here so we can feel each vertebrae unstacking. And then all the way back up again. And then we finish off rolling the shoulders back. So inhale, exhale down, really drawing that belly button in towards the spine. Take a moment here, inhale, exhale, use the abdominals, core strength to roll yourself back up and feel the body stack. Good, let's do 2 more. Feet, of course, are going to be about hip distance apart here. Oh my gosh, it feels so good in the back of my legs. Using your core strength to help stack the spine. This is what your core is for. Good. Last one. And then roll it back up on the exhale. Good. Bring yourself all the way back up to standing. So if you want to use weights for this, you totally can. Remember, bend the knees, pick up your weights. We're going to be doing some squats. Again, weights are not mandatory if you don't want to use them. So feet are going to be hip distance apart, and I'll stand this way so you can really see. As I squat, I'm just going to send my booty way out behind me. Knees are still behind the toes. And as I stand, I'm going to really press my hips forward so I get a really strong engagement in the backside. Freya's doing the Pilates breath too. In the background, she's good. Inhale, exhale. Belly button to the spine. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go through that again, only this time we're going to raise our arms up in front of us. So we're going to go inhale down, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Good. Last one. Awesome. Now we're going to lower down into that squat. We'll bring our weights down by the side, and we're just going to do little pulses here, okay? So just little pulses. So when you're doing these little pulses, it's easy to take it into the quads to do, because you're like, oh my gosh. But I really want you to focus on squeezing through the glutes to bring yourself up and down. So I actually have my toes lifted. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring yourself down nice and low. If you can, lift the heels and hold. If it helps, you can always bring those weights closer into the center of the body. For 3, 2, and 1. Good, release. Woo! Okay, we're gonna put the weights off to the side. Bringing yourself to the back end of the mat here. We're going to roll ourselves down just like we did at the beginning. All the way down. Keeping the legs nice and long, belly button is back towards the spine. We're gonna walk it into our plank. Good, we'll take a moment here and just really get into a nice solid plank. Slide the shoulders down the back so that we're staying nice and relaxed in the neck and shoulders. Tuck the pelvis under so you feel the engagement in the glutes, and the abs should really turn on when you do this. So it avoids us from having a plank like this. We want everything to be nice and locked. Frey, come here. There's that baby. Oh, that's the nice book for that girl. Oh. Good. Inhale into our downward dog. Exhale into your plank. Good. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Oopsies. Good. This is the last one. Holding in your plank. For 5, 4. Slide the shoulders back. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down onto the knees. Freya, no, honey. No. Okay, so if you do push-ups, no, Freya, no, sweetie, no touch. If you do, oh, now she's all sad. If you do full push-ups where your knees are not down, go ahead and take your plank position, otherwise knees down. We're gonna do 5 push-ups. No. Here, I got you the nunchucks. Woo. Take that, it's way safer. In what reality, right? Give the baby the nunchucks. Don't touch the hand weights, take the nunchucks. Okay, so whichever version of push-ups you're doing, we wanna make sure that our hands are right below the shoulders, pelvis is tucked under, so we're like really engaged full body. Inhale down, exhale. Good. For 2, 3, 4, last one. Good, and then press it back into a child's pose. I like knees wide. I feel like I can really stretch my spine that way. No, sweetie, no touching. Yeah, that's better. Good. Inhale yourself all the way back up to your plank. Good. We're going to do alternating side planks. So if your knees are down, it's going to look like this. You're going to open up to the side, come back, knees down, open up to the other side. If you're in your full plank, of course, I think you'll be familiar with this. We're going to open up. Feet can be stacked one in front of another or on top of each other, whatever works best for you. Good. Stay lifted through the shoulder, okay? Because it's really easy to dump into the shoulder. We want to stay really lifted. Good. Strong core. more here. Really strong core. Use your core to keep your hips facing the exact same direction as your chest, okay? So we want everything to stay in a nice long, strong line. We're not leaving any part of our body behind. No, Freya. No, thank you. Good girl. Good, we'll do one more each side. No, Freya. Oh my gosh, you guys. Take it back into a shell stretch. Child's pose. Okay, no, Freya. No, no, no. Oh my gosh, you even were doing the 9 count. No touching. Play with the hamster. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so bring yourself into your tabletop position. So we're gonna have knees right below the hips, hands right below the shoulders, and we're going to bring our left leg out behind us nice and long. So first thing we're going to do is just check in and make sure our hips level, because oftentimes we'll find that this left hip is going to start wanting to lift up, and we're going to use our core to keep everything nice and stable and level. So you'll notice right away as you already start feeling a little bit of activation in the glutes, or I mean in the abs. That's a good thing. All right. So gaze is going to be down at the mat, and we're going to exhale just little pulses with that nice long leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly bring it down. We're going to grab one of our hand weights, place it behind the knee. Of course, you do not have to use a weight for this exercise. You can do it without. That's fine. But we're going to take that same leg, and this time 90-degree bend up behind us, and we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Squeeze and hold up at the top. Little pulses. Freya, no, 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 honey. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that leg back down. We're going to place that weight off to the side. Okay, so taking this leg nice and long, we're going to extend, making sure again that our pelvis is facing the mat nice and level, and we're just going to start to circle that leg nice and slow, making sure that our hips are not rocking. That is the most important part. That is like the name of the game in this exercise. We don't want to have things, see how my whole body is moving here? It's actually like my hips are moving, my leg isn't really moving as much. We want everything to stay totally solid, just that leg moves, okay? So this is actually quite challenging for the core. You should feel this really deep down, nice and low. For 3, 2, and switch the direction. Good. Awesome. 3, 2, and 1. See if you can keep that leg level with the back, and then bring it back down to center. We're going to bring ourselves up onto our knees. If you are having any trouble with being on your knees, then go ahead and roll up your mat for a little extra cushioning. You could put a pillow underneath, or a blanket, anything that gives your knees a little extra if you need that love there. Okay, so we're going to come into our Russian dancer. So to do this one, I think it's better if I show you this way. So we're going to bring our arms in front of us, and just hands are just going to be meeting like this, 90 degrees with the forearms, elbows bent. Legs are going to be as if we're standing, so our knees are going to be right below the hips, hands are in front. We're going to engage the core, squeezing the glutes. We're going to inhale here. Good. And then leaning back, you're going to feel engagement through the whole entire front side of the body. Exhale, bring yourself back up. See how it's like I'm just basically a lever right from my knees, right? So I have no crunching in my lower back. I have no tension anywhere else in my body. It's literally just my quads, my abs, and my glutes that are really working here. Good. For 3 more. 2. Good. Last one. Woo! I like that one. Okay, this time we're going to do the Russian dancer with a twist. So we're going to bring ourselves back. Now we're really going to work the core. We're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So same thing, my hips are staying square to the front of my mat. It's just my torso that's twisting. Killer for the obliques here. If this is too hard on you, feel free to bring yourself up a little bit more and just focus on keeping those hips square and then twisting at the waist. You'll still feel the engagement in the obliques, no problem. Leaning back intensifies it. Let's do 2 more each side. And last set. Good, bring yourself back up, down into your tabletop once again. If you have any trouble with being on your wrists, you can come up onto your fists. I find that is really nice. Or of course down onto the forearms. So we're gonna do the same thing we did on the first side, and we're just gonna repeat it on the other side. So starting out with our knees below the hips, hands are below the shoulders, and we're gonna extend our right leg this time nice and long, making sure that our hips are level. So if you're not sure, you can just turn those extended toes in towards the other side. So I'm gonna turn my toes to face the left, and right away that's gonna drop my left hip. So that's a really good check-in. And then as soon as you've done that, then go ahead and lift that leg so it's level with the spine, and we're just gonna do little pulses. Good, draw the belly button back towards the core, towards the spine, and of course, extra points if you can lift the pelvic floor muscles while you're doing this. For 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring that knee back to center. We're just gonna grab that weight again if you wanted to use it. If not, that's totally fine. Placing it behind the knee, and we're gonna bring ourselves up into that 90-degree donkey kick position. Good. When you feel ready, and again, make sure that your hips are level, so we don't want that hip lifting up. We wanna make sure everything is pointing right down at the mat. And ready, exhale for the pulse. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, Freya, good resistance. Thank you. Hey, no thanks, that's enough. Okay, so now that we've placed that weight down, we're going to come back to our tabletop. We're gonna extend the leg once again, and just coming into those little leg circles. So take your circles as slow and as small as you need to in order to be able to keep your hips nice and stable. Okay, so the point is to be able to do these without moving your hips or anywhere else in your body. So this is definitely a very deep core stabilization exercise while strengthening your glutes and your hamstrings and your inner thighs as well. Switch the direction. Gaze will be down at the mat here so that we're not straining our neck. Your neck and shoulders and face should be nice and relaxed. For 3, 2, and 1. Good, draw that knee back into center. We're gonna bring ourselves up into that Russian twist position again. And this time, instead of doing the Russian twists, we are going to bring ourselves into some arm circles to match the leg circles we just did. So I'm gonna use some weights. You don't have to use the weights. You can do this with just your arms. We're gonna bring our arms out to shoulder height and just little circles here. So I want you to think about engaging the core, okay, so that we feel really strong. Because especially if you're using the weights, if we don't do that, then we risk injury as well as we're not really making good use of our time. So engage the core. If you want, you can get a little bit of that lean back, like in your Russian twist or your Russian dancer. For 3, 2, 1, other direction. Making sure that you're squeezing the shoulders down and back so that this is out of the trap and the neck and just down into the shoulders and back. For 3, 2, and 1. Turn the palms up, little pulses here. So you can see what I'm doing here is I'm just leaning back slightly. So it's extra engagement for my core and my glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands back into center. If you've got your weights, go ahead and put yourself down to put the weights down again. Awesome. We're just going to transition over onto our seat, and then we're going to lower down onto our forearms. So just a quick note about this, we don't want to sink our chest down when we are down on our elbows like this. We still want to keep the chest really lifted. Okay, and don't worry, I'll remind you. Let's take one leg down on the mat and lift our, we'll lift one leg. I'm gonna do the one that's closest to the screen for you guys. Thanks, Freya. Okay, so we've got one leg lifted. We're just gonna come into a single leg bicycle because this one is actually very challenging. So I'm just going to be circling my one leg. So inhale to extend, exhale all the way around. And my toe is just barely grazing the mat here. For 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it back to that starting point. We're gonna reverse now. So we're gonna scoop it out, lift. So inhale, exhale. If this is really easy for you, then you could do both legs at one time, but I wanted to just make sure that we start off with single leg. Good, bring it back to center, place that foot down. We're gonna do the other leg. So again, we're just going to be circling. Inhale at the start, exhale it down and around. Keeping your chest nice and lifted, belly button is in towards the spine. Baby is sitting on your stomach, giving you an extra challenge. Good, for 2, and 1. Good, bring it back to center, and we're gonna reverse the direction. So remember, inhale to start, exhale, scoop out and around. Good, remember to lift that chest. For 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it back to center, put it down. If this is too much for you in the neck and shoulders, feel free to come down onto your back to do this exercise. That's totally fine. Next, we are gonna do both legs. If you try this and it is too much for you, then just go back to single leg and I'll tell you when to switch it when the halfway point is. All right, so we're gonna bring both legs up tabletop and we're just gonna start alternating. And then we're gonna bicycle all the way off over to one side, lifting one hip up off the mat. So we're gonna get into the obliques here as well. And then all the way back. Good, through center again. Good, back through center, other side. If you're doing your single leg, you're gonna wanna switch legs now, because we are now going to switch the direction of our bicycle. I find this way, the reverse, is much harder. Good, remember to lift through the chest and tucking the chin slightly. Imagine you're trying to hold something in between your chest and your chin. Go ahead and bicycle off to one side, back through center, and then other side. Nice, Freya. Good, back through center. Whew. Place those feet down on the mat, lower down and hug the knees into the chest. How is that, hey? Awesome. All right, well, while we're down here, let's do a little core work on our back. Hands are going to come down alongside the body. Okay, legs are up in that tabletop position. Just checking and making sure that it's 90 degrees from the hips and then 90 degrees at the knees. If that's a little too much for you, you can always lengthen the legs a little bit more. So, hands are down alongside the body. Actually, let's bring them out into a wide T. It'll be give us a little more stability here. So we're going to inhale, draw the belly button back towards the spine, lift the pelvic floor muscles, and then as we exhale, we're going to squeeze the knees together and bring the hips off to one side. Or sorry, bring the legs off to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale to center, exhale. So we're squeezing the knees together to make sure that we're bringing both of our legs with us. Because oftentimes what happens, if you peek down, you'll see that your bottom knee sticks out. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here, but like your bottom knee will stick out further than your top knee. That means that we're not really rotating properly from the core. So if we squeeze the knees together, then we'll be able to bring both sides with us equally. Thanks, Freya. Good, 2 more each side. Good, bring yourself back to center. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Oh my goodness, Freya. Oh, Freya. No, Freya, off, please. Oh my goodness. Thank you. All right, let's roll ourselves all the way over onto one side. Okay, we have to pause for a diaper change. Okay, so on our side, we're gonna bring our knees up 90 degrees. Freya, I gave you stuff to play with. Just leave me alone for like a few minutes so I can do this. Holy crap. All right, knees are 90 degrees, and we're gonna start with our baby clam, so leaving our feet on the floor. Exhale. So this also is going to come into our core because we're trying not to move our hips. If I let my core go, I feel my hips rocking back and forth. If I engage the core, I feel it so much more exactly where I should, which is in my outer glutes, outer thigh, inner thigh, and even into the quad. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze and hold up at the top for 3, 2. Bring it back down to center. We're going to lift our feet up this time. Exhale for the big clam. For 5, 4, 3. Again, with the abs. Last one, squeeze and hold. Good, keeping the abdominals engaged. Bring it back together. I've got kind of a cool one for you guys. This is called the grasshopper. So we're gonna lean back onto our, onto kind of the side of our hip. I'm going to bring my heels in really close to my seat and spread my knees wide. Then I'm going to exhale, send the legs out really long. Inhale back to center. I'm going to support my head here so that I'm not straining in my neck. So exhale, inhale. And when we inhale and bring our legs in, we want to squeeze the knees wide. Exhale, good. Remember to use the core. Freya, people can't see what's going on, honey. 2 more. And last one. Good, bring it back in, together, and down. We're gonna just switch right on over to our other side. All right, starting off with that baby clam again. So knees are 90 degrees. Freya, here, come on over here. Come on, come get it. Good, no, over here. There's for that baby. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, good. Feet are on the floor. Exhale. Remember, squeeze with the abdominals just as much as with the leg to open here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze and hold. Remember to hold the abdominals as well. For 3, 2. Good. Bring it back together. This time we're going to come into the big clam. So we are lifting our feet up. Exhale. So this one is a much bigger movement, but still we're holding the core so that our hips do not rock back and forth. And just like when we were doing our leg circles, you can make this movement as small or slow as you need to in order to execute proper control and precision here. That's what Pilates is all about. At its fundamental core, basically like Pilates, like mission statement, is all about precision, control, quality of movement. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Squeeze and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back into center. I'm going to support my head with my hands, rolling back onto my hips so both legs are off of the floor. Squeeze the heels in towards the seat with the toes touching. And I've got, no Freya, and I've got my knees pressing nice and wide. That's not a good idea, Freya. Get off of me. It's been a pretty clingy last number of days. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Remember, we're squeezing that knee or those knees nice and wide. Exhale. Core is really strong. Inhale. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. Squeeze and hold. Bring it in, together, and down. We're gonna roll over onto our stomach, pressing it up into our tall plank and into your downward dog. Walk it out a little bit if you need to. Ouch, Freya, that hurts, honey. Please don't. Good. Sliding forward into your plank, we're gonna bring our left knee in between our hands for just a quick little stretch out since we just were hammering on those glutes pretty hard. So in yoga, this is our swan pose or half pigeon. No, not right now. Just like 2 more minutes. Oh, here we go. Freya's one of those like throw herself down on the ground and cry kind of girls. Oh, Freya and Naya. I know it's a hard time for a girl. Good. Take it back into your downward dog. We're going to take it to the other side. Oh yeah, that feels so nice. Oh yeah. You can switch to breathing in and out through the nose here, nice and gentle. We're doing our cool down, our stretch. It's over now, ladies. Oh, Frey. Nice sweet girl, honey. Mommy will give you drinking milk in a minute, okay? We're almost done. Good. And then you can sit off to one side, bring your leg back from behind you, and I'm just going to take my legs to right out in front of me. We're going to do head to knee pose, so basically a forward stretch. So if you're really tight in the back of your legs, which I actually am today because I'm doing another workout program as well, and oh my goodness, did I hammer on my hamstrings the other day. So start with your knees bent if you need to, and imagine that you're able to try and reach your belly towards your thighs and your chest towards, it's not, they call it head to knee pose, but if you try and do the head to the knee, look at my spine, like that's not very good, hey? So we're trying to reach with our belly towards our knees and our feet, so we try and get the belly forward into the thighs. And again, bend your knees if you need to, and then once you have reached forward, then go ahead and round the spine and let gravity do its work here. Relax the shoulders down from the ears, let the head hang heavy, and notice when you let the head hang, how it increases sensation all the way from up in your scalp, through the back side of your body, all the way down the legs. And then really just take a moment to acknowledge how connected everything is, and how if your hamstrings are tight, this can actually even bring tightness up into your neck and your shoulders and your head. Even into the soles of your feet, you'll feel it. Good. Slowly roll yourself all the way up. With the stretches, if you like to hold them longer, by all means, please help yourself. So I'm going to sit cross-legged. Yeah. And I'm just going to come into a nice gentle spinal twist. So I'm going to keep it an open twist because I have a baby sitting on my lap. If you want to do a closed twist, then you're going to take opposite hand to the knee. But I'm going to keep it open. No, thank you. This isn't going to go well for Freya. So we are inhaling to lengthen through the spine. Exhale gently into your twist, looking over the shoulder. Relax through the collarbones. Let the chest stay open. No, Freya. Good. Inhale back to center. Other side. Oh, is that nice for mommy? Thank you for that baby. Good. Bring yourself back to center. We'll do a quick little neck stretch here. So we're going to sit up really nice and tall, and then exhale, just let your ear fall to the shoulder. Either side makes no difference here. Choose your own adventure. And if you want a little bit more for your neck and to take it down into your shoulder and maybe even into the bicep, depending on how you're feeling, you can just reach those fingers out beside you. Good, bring your head back to center. We're gonna sweep the arm across the chest. Is that yucky? It's so cute when she says yucky. She got another word. It's yucky. And she goes, ah-ee. Ah-ee. Yeah. Good. Release. We'll just do a couple shoulder rolls to kind of rinse that out. And then take our next stretch to the other side. Again, you're welcome to reach those fingers out away from the body if that feels good for you. She's putting fir needles down my shirt. So that's not pokey at all. At least it's not spruce. Oh my goodness, spruce is like the pokiest tree in the world, I swear. Good, bring your head back to center. Sweep your arm across the chest. Nice little shoulder stretch there. Everything is so connected. So even like feeling and honoring how tight there could be tightness in your shoulder and what that could also affect, how that could also affect tightness in and create more tightness in your chest or across the back of your shoulders or into your neck. Even tightness in your side body and your rib cage. Oh, Freya. Good, bring yourself back to center, a few more shoulder rolls. Okay, come here, baby. Come here, baby girl. I got cranky little baby. Awesome, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Cheers from Freya and I. Right? You want to say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Thanks so much, ladies.